Do not leave me in a house with nobody home, because let me just, can you see what the disaster? First I made cookies. Okay, so they're just like the Pillsbury cookie dough. Sorry, Pillsbury, I got your logo hidden, but yeah, they're Pillsbury. See the little guy with his little hat? Just refrigerated cookie dough, right? I do this thing. It's just me here, so I don't need to bake all 24 of them or whatever comes in a package. But I take 2 of the little cookies and I squash them together. Let me show you this. Hold on. First of all, can we just say hats off to them for making it to where now it's safe to eat, just raw cookie dough. I love that. Thank you, Pillsbury, because, you know, mamas worry about their kids eating raw cookie dough. So they come in little squares like this. I've already used some of mine, but for a nice share cookie, because, you know, I'm gonna eat the whole thing, but we'll call it a share cookie. Just take it and just lightly squeeze it so it just looks like that, and then you just put it in your pan. This is on foil, and then you bake it. And when they come out, they don't get too much bigger. That's why you know, push 2 together. I guess it'd be fun, but that's too much work, because look how they come out. They come with this, like a little divide, but they're round, but they just make it so easy to share your cookie. Love it. The things I think about when I'm all alone. So I made cookies. I tested out these caramel apple wraps. Hold on, and I'll show you those. Everything will be in Ziplocs to keep it safe. So I found these at Save Mart. I think they have them at Safeway, probably Walmart, probably all the chain grocery stores. They're from Concord Foods. And they are these caramel apple wraps. So they come in a little flat thing like this, and they're just little discs. Oops, let me get that. The little discs of caramel. They're wrapped in little parchment. They're usually easier. Mine have been sitting out, so they got kind of stuck to the paper. But I had all these little apples, right? Literally, hold on a second. This is not even half of them. We've been eating them and eating them and eating them. So, but my daughter picked a bunch of these little tiny apples from her grandmother's tree. And I'm like, what am I going to do with all these little apples? So I made apple pie, and I'm thinking making it like an apple butter. But then I saw the caramel apple wraps, and I'm like, I love caramel apples. I adore them. So from one wrap, I was able to make 2 small apples, which is cool because we all love to be economical, right? And who wants to eat a huge giant apple? We end up wasting them anyways. So these little ones I think are gonna be perfect. I cut the round disc just literally in half, and all you do is you wrap it around the apple. You just form it around it, and I crumbled up some nuts, or ground up. These are pecans and almonds, I believe, is what I ground up. And I rolled the bottom into mine, because, again, I like nuts. I wanted peanuts. I didn't have peanuts. We made do with what we had, which was almonds and pecans. And then you just put it in it's at a 200-degree oven for 5 minutes. And then that's just basically to seal the caramel on. You could probably do it higher, but it did, like, I got one, it got a little air bubble in it, so then I was like, oh, I take it off. But it didn't make it perfectly smooth, which is normally, but it looks a lot better, because it was really rough when I put it in. I was just like, made them all wrinkly. Wasn't trying to make it smooth or anything. And that's really cool. So I guess from the 5 wraps, I could probably make 10 small apples, or you get, you know, 5 bigger apples. But that is a really cool thing from Concord Foods. Then I also, because I have some watermelon, I just knocked apples everywhere. I'll have to pick those up. So I have cut watermelon, right? And I've been doing this thing lately where I make like a wild berry jam, and I put it on my fruit when I want something sweet, want a different taste or something, you know. And this ball, no sugar, low sugar, real fruit pectin, makes making your own jam as easy as pulling some fruit out of the freezer or your counter, adding a little bit of sugar, adding a little bit of pectin, maybe a little bit of juice, lime, lemon, orange, water, fruit juice, whatever you got, depending on what kind of jam you want to make, and getting it to a boil for a minute or two, and boom, you got jam. I love it. I love it. I love it, literally. This is just like a little 4-ounce jar that I had repurposed. I used some wild blackberries from outside. I had one strawberry. I just added one because this is just a small little container. So I had one strawberry I cut up, and I added a little bit of orange juice and a squish of lemon juice because I like mine super, super tart. And I think I did add 2 teaspoons of sugar to it. And then I boiled it for 2 minutes in the microwave because doing it in the microwave is so quick. You can also do it on the stove. But in the microwave, I don't have to worry about it burning, you know? And 2 minutes later, I have this nice, thick, really... that's so good. It's so berry. It's so rich. It's like a pie in a jar. It's freaking pie in a jar. Thank you, Ball, because you've just made my life so easy. I hate store-bought jam. I'm never, ever, ever buying store-bought jam again. Never. Why should I? When all I have to do is add a scoop of this to whatever fruit I got, boil it, and bam, we've got jam. We've got jam. I know I'm silly, huh? Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about today, and then I'm going to go find something to do until I have to get my kid in a couple hours. Cereal, right? I know I talk a lot of crap about cereal. I am a picky food person. I like what I like, and what I don't, I don't. And it better be good for me to like it. So, when it comes to cereal, like cold cereal, morning breakfast cereal, I call it snacking cereal because that's what I do. I snack on cereal. I'm a big G cereal brand kind of girl, right? I like my Cheerios. I like my Lucky Charms. I love that oaty, toasty goodness that you only seem to get from the real big G cereals, right? Don't come for me. Don't give me off-brand Cheerios. I'll know. They don't taste right. But Mama's on a budget. And I came across something at the grocery outlet the other day, and I'm like, we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. So, we found the multi-meal brand of cereals, right? And we got these Golden Honey O's, which are sweetened cereal with honey. My favorite, right? I'm not too big on honey Cheerios. I like plain Cheerios, and I like multi-grain Cheerios. But I do love like honeycomb cereal and honey grams, things like I love honey flavored stuff. So we figured we will try these because they were freaking, I think, $1.99. We also bought some golden grams. They were like $2.99, I think. And this is a huge, huge freaking bag. This is 30 ounces, 1 pound, 14 ounces, so just shy of 2 pounds. I don't know why they just don't give us the extra 2 ounces and make it a 2-pound bag. Anyways, so I bought these because truthfully I was like, oh, they kind of look like Cheerios. We'll give them a try. Well, they're not Cheerios. I mean, they are a corn, flour, sugar, whole grain oat flour, molasses, soybean oil, whole grain brown rice flour, corn syrup, honey, farm oil, baking soda, basically. Okay, so there's oats in here, but there's also corn and rice, so that's going to give you a different texture than just the plain oaty goodness of plain Cheerios, which is what I love. But that being said, these little buggers are tasty. They really are. They have like oh, I'm dropping them everywhere. They got these little tiny balls in them. Some of them do. They're bigger than Cheerios. Look at that. They're like the size of my thumb. And they're so sweet. Can you hear that crunch? I love it. They seriously taste like honey. It's like a corn pop texture, crispy, crunchy. But it's like coconut honey flavored. That was a flavor. I kept thinking all day yesterday. I'm like, what is that flavor I keep tasting? It's sweet, but it's not honey. It's not sugar, but what? It's coconut. It's coconut. It tastes like toasted coconut and honey. These are good Multi-Mill. So, Golden Honey O's by Multi-Mill. They get this mom's stamp of approval. These things are good. They're good. They're sweet. We're going to eat them and snack on them. But they're good. And that is all for my brand endorsements today. So to recap, we approve of Multi-Mill Honey O's. We like Ball Real Fruit Pectin. I'm looking for the Concord. Oh, here they are. Concord Foods Caramel Apple Wraps. I mean, look at this. Really cute, huh? And they came with sticks too. It comes the caramel wraps and the sticks, so you get everything you need. And Pillsbury's Eat It or Cook It chocolate chip cookie dough, because you can make a really cool break in half share cookie, or just exercise cookie for you. But yeah, so not bad for all in the good day's work, huh? I hope the rest of you have a fantastical week, month, year, and I'll see you soon.